Hey everyone, it's me, PWSux. I wanted to do a State of the Union address for the site and apologize for leaving so abruptly yesterday and not making it to the tweet chat. Um, Nothing bad has happened. I haven't received any legal action or anything like that. Haven't been contacted in any way. This is about me, and since the site isn't about me and isn't supposed to be, never was, and never should be, this feels really awkward for me. Um, and I hate doing that, but I do felt like I owed you all an explanation and an apology. All that's happened is life. Um, Unlike someone, I really am just a normal, everyday mom and farmer's wife, and that's it. And we have a farm and children and sports, 3 football games a week, volleyball, community activities. I work, and it just got to be too much. The site is taking too much of my time with comment moderation. It's always ironic to me because I don't spend a lot of time on the site. I really don't. But everyone always thinks I do, and I think that's kind of funny. When I had to turn comment moderation on, that did involve a lot more time. I have to wade through hundreds of comments a day, weeding through spam and trolls. Plus, I get 30 to 40 emails a day, either hate mail or love mail. Either way, they want a response. They want to tell me how they hate me or how evil I am, and they want to explain it to me again, how evil I am and how wrong I am. And but they all want a response. They all want questions answered. They all want a piece of me. It's like that Cosby show where she said, I just give and I give and I give and I don't have anything left to give, and that's kind of what's happened. My priorities need to be straight, and the month of September is going to be crazy. I travel for my job, and I'm going to be gone an additional week and a half for training and observation, and I still have to complete my month of work in 10 to 11 days. So I cannot wade through hundreds of comments a day. I just can't. And hopefully in October things will settle down and I'll be able to get back on. Won't be a problem. But without that damn staff, Kat's in the basement. She's drunk constantly, and I can't get a lot of work out of her. Tijuana left me, and but I don't have a staff. I don't have nannies and assistants and people like that. So I didn't plan for this much time on the site. I didn't plan for this much exposure at all. I know that sounds crazy. It's hard to believe, but contrary to Reed Drummond, I really did not plan this. I really was just posting some rants, and that was it. So the fact that there's 15, 20,000 views a day is overwhelming and shocking. On the one hand, it's kind of cool, and the other hand, it's wow, that wasn't what I intended at all. So I'm just feeling my way like everyone. I don't have a plan. I don't do this for a living. We all know that. You all have been very gracious in helping with that, but I have a job, and it takes priority. So Saturday morning, I had gotten in at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning from a football game, almost 2 hours from my house, and I got a couple of kids with some situations that need taken care of right now. And on the drive back, I realized I'm sitting here trying to activate people to the forum, and I don't want to do that. That's not how I want to spend my time or how I should be spending my time. So I thought, well, I need to back off a little bit. I need to take a week off, maybe 2 weeks off. And then I realized with the month of September, I'm just not going to be able to do that. So it's going to be like this for the entire month. And Saturday morning, I got up at 5 and did my chores and went for my run and shoveled shit and dealt with everybody, got the horses ready and everything, and breakfast made for the family. And I'm looking at 6 loads of sweaty school uniforms and work jeans, and Reed Drummond's not the only one with manure-covered jeans, let me tell you. We all do. And my husband wanted to know what we were having for lunch. The tweet chat was starting in 5 minutes. The bull was out because the fence was down. The cows were freaking out. The horses were wondering why I had them packed up ready to work when I wasn't out there working. And my kids needed attention, and it just wasn't going to work. I looked at him and said, something has to give. And that's all it is. Like I said, the site's not about me, and it's not going to work that way. So I had to put something up, and I just made it very curt because not about me. I had no idea that people do care and people would want to know what was going on and be concerned. And I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. That means a lot to me. Uh, so I didn't even give it another thought until I started reading over at Marvel Woman's site that everyone was that concerned and thought, possible legal action and stuff. And so I wanted to get that addressed. It really wasn't anything like that. And I have every intention of being back in October. Just need to, deal with life and kids and work. And then I'll go get a bottle and, I'll watch the recorded shows. I have our shows recorded and we'll review them from there when I get back. I don't think anything will happen while I'm gone that already hasn't happened. How many horse posts about the horrible writing can I make for you? You guys are probably all sick of seeing that anyway. So I turned the forums into read only, and clearly I screwed that up. I apologize. I thought I had made it to where everyone could still get in there and read, and it sounds like from what I'm reading that maybe I messed that up, which really isn't surprising. If you knew my skills on the internet, you'd not be surprised with that at all. So I'll take a look at it again if I get some time. I did take the comments off the blog so that I don't get those several hundred emails a day, because that's really unnerving, and knowing I can't do anything about it, I feel kind of bad. I feel an obligation that I probably shouldn't feel, but I do, because I do want to explain myself. I want to make myself as clear as possible, and maybe that's an error on my part. I don't know. But anyway, that's why I did that. I wanted it all still to be there. I'm not shutting down or anything. And I thought, well, if people can still read and they know I'm not going to be there, then everything will be okay. So that's what happened. I was going to type all this out, but gosh, that gets old, and my spelling and grammar just, suck, and it takes time, and I just didn't have the time. So I thought, well, I'll just do a little video here, even though you can't really see me very well. I was kind of hopeful for that, and it'll be okay from that. But this is actually kind of interesting and kind of fun to do. I might just make the whole blog like this. Wouldn't that'd be a lot easier for me, Then I can just ramble on, and you guys can take it for what it's worth. But maybe they wouldn't misunderstand me so much. I don't know. Anyway, that's all it is. It's nothing major. I'm fine. I didn't mean to take up so much of your time. Didn't mean to concern everyone. And I will be back in October. Have a great September. Hopefully everyone will get cooler weather, maybe some rain. Get out and enjoy everything. And we'll have a beautiful fall. And I'll see you in October. Bye, everybody.